I'm gonna see who I can. Hey, I like them gorillas and them crowns up in this. Let people come back in. Um, I'm gonna take some. We just chopping the game up. Just some campfire discussions on some my grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm gonna set your ass on fire. We're talking about, hey now, talking about, yeah, we back. Back from my sabbatical. Some they say I'm radical, cold hearted and militant, even a little magical. I returned from a hiatus. I'm back to be the greatest MC that you ever heard. The rest of them suckers faded by wild style gorillas. We destined to be the illest. Them real niggas are fillers. Them billies off in the heels. The honeys with high heels. I'm sick of the Schwarzenegger. Somebody tell that governor I'm the reincarnated. Stan Tukey Williams. Watch his face and see the fear. The Illuminati stunned because they knew that I was coming. Expose their game plan to these hip-hopping youngsters. Formulate a new strategy, averting this tragedy. A nuclear holocaust would be a total catastrophe. We need to find a solution for this political prostitution while these lobbyists on the heels selling out the Constitution. Emancipation Proclamation seeing total devastation, and it won't be long, dumb niggas back on plantations. I'm telling you. You ain't missed nothing. I was just dropping some of my old shit. Just stalling for time, letting some viewers come on back in. But we about to take some callers. This one gonna be callers. So y'all, if the flow going good, I might not switch callers. If the flow starts slowing down or they only got a question, then we might go through a bunch of people. So but we're gonna start with I got two people in here now. Let me see. Warrior MJ. So we just gonna let it do what it do. Yeah.
Greetings.
Hey, beloved, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for inviting me into the chat.
Yeah, you welcome. Come on in. Let's have a little
Yes.
talk. Where you calling from?
Baltimore. I just moved to Baltimore from the District of Corruption. I had to exit the District of Corruption,
Yeah.
so
It
I'm
ain't
in
even
Baltimore.
DC no more. It's just Washington now.
Yeah, yes. It's just Washington.
Now, I don't know how the fuck that's supposed to work for the postal service when we already got a Washington. But I'm just saying, I ain't the one to talk, so you ain't heard it from me.
Well, there might be a let's see the robots. I think the robots are taking over for them. So, I don't know how delivery is going to be right now.
Oh yeah. Well, my philosophy is burn them bitches down.
Hey,
But you know, people is not emotionally equipped to handle seeing the institutions of corruption fall
I agree.
because they so influenced by being in it that it's they normal,
Yes,
you
yes,
know. And when you start fucking with people normal, they get scared. What am I do? What am I do? What am I do? First, you have to stop and don't do shit, and then you figure out what to do from nowhere.
exactly,
You know.
exactly. But I do want to say I greatly appreciate you. I really do for you always sharing and enlightening the people. And coming from a genuine space because that's important. We have oh my gosh, we have so many frauds out here, so many imposters, so many pretenders.
Well,
So
I
when
drag their motherfucking ass out. I ain't got no problem with it. Telling y'all who the frauds is, where I see them at. And don't let Big Mama say get them, because they ain't nowhere to run, nowhere to hide at that point.
Yeah, so I greatly appreciate you for always keeping it real. And I mean, hey, I've actually seen all the haters come out, man. From I mean, I haven't been following you that long, but god damn, you doing something right. You know, you doing something right.
Well, Big
So
Mama said if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing something right.
right.
You
That's
know,
true.
so
That's true.
I told him I could start a hashtag fuck Rod Hayes so that they could have their own little community to try to tear me down. But it's
Yeah.
only one problem. They trying to climb a
Yep.
slippery slope.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to climb a real slippery slope. Cause
I
hey,
agree.
just cause they didn't check my receipts don't mean I didn't already produce them.
Exactly. 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 Yeah. And I do want to thank you for you shared an article that I wrote. Oh, it's been a while. I wrote like Free Larry Hoover and it's like a hip hop thing I wrote. But yeah, you did share it. So I greatly appreciate you for that also.
Yeah, cause Free Larry Hoover is our battle cry.
Exactly.
All of everything we doing is attached to that one battle cry. It seems
Yes.
like it's a struggle for one man, but it's only a struggle for what's right.
Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
when you have this many people with this many grievances, you have to sum them all up into a single battle cry that we
Yes.
can be all on the same page at the same time, just long enough to get the goal accomplished.
I
So
agree.
when we start talking about free all political prisoners, free Larry Hoover. When you
Mm-hmm.
start
Mm-hmm.
talking about protect the children, free Larry Hoover.
I agree. Yes.
When you
Yes.
start talking about restoring the matriarchy, free Larry Hoover.
Yes.
Right? Because
Yeah.
when you talking about free Chief Malik Angel Bay, free Larry Hoover. That shit
Yeah.
mean the same.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You don't gotta say free Big Tookie because the state of California was fucked up and told him,
Mm-hmm.
well, we already executed you. We don't have no more jurisdiction. Motherfucker, you ain't had jurisdiction in the first goddamn place.
Oh wow. That's the same, you know what? That's the same line Google ran on me. Uh that, the jurisdiction. They thought the jurisdiction was we were in the wrong jurisdiction, when I brought them into the court of law. But hey.
Well, because Google is what you call a multi-conglomerate
Exactly.
corporation. And
Exactly.
you only supposed to be able to file suit against them if they consent
Exactly.
because you in a straw man capacity. But if
Yep.
you in the de jure capacity, you're not a straw man capacity, you don't even have to sue them. You just order them some bitches around and slap them upside the head with their jurisdiction.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's something out here. It is something, but I just want to encourage everyone to definitely stand your ground, and stand up for yourself out here. Don't let anybody move you off of your square because these imposters, that these imposters are really trying their darnest right now. And I mean, I'm not sure if people are aware of the, economic reset that took place because that's what it was. Um, and for the people that were here to come and replace them, so that's what we're dealing with right now. The same history is back on a repeat, so we just can't allow for that to occur, for other people to replace us. We can't.
That's not gonna happen. I already kicked their produces.
Good. Yeah, yeah.
So when I told them motherfuckers who they was and where they came from, that let them know I knew who I was and where I came from.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So when you got diametrically opposed positions, and the position to right is the one who's tied to the earth, right?
Exactly.
You can't move me, motherfucker. I'm from here. I'm earthborn child of the stars, motherfucker. I've been here
Yes.
so long, I had to create this motherfucker in order to have it here.
Yep.
So they kiss my ass. They ain't no replacements going on.
No, no,
Ain't no
yeah, but
replacements going on. They gonna get replaced.
exactly, exactly. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree.
But yeah, the
Yes.
economic reset. When the Pope called the money in, that's calling in all of the. That's gonna put a look. That's no people not paying that much attention right
They're
now.
not. They're not. They're not.
This is the point of the Pope calling all the
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
talking about every um every one of these fiat corporations masquerading as government is chartered through the Catholic Church.
Yes. Yes.
The economic holdings goes into the trillions.
Hmm.
Imagine taking $1 trillion out of the world economy in less than 30 days. That's going to create a vacuum.
Hmm.
And the vacuum is going to cause a collapse. Now, at the same time, Trump then already took over and merged the Federal Reserve with the Treasury,
Yes. Yes.
right? So this already done. This should have been done years
Hmm.
ago.
Hmm.
But we ain't
Hmm.
paying no attention because, like I said, we don't watch the long game and we ain't too swift with the short game,
Exactly.
right? But
Exactly.
I watched the whole fucking game
Hmm.
and I know who played what play,
Yep.
who passed what pass, who made what touchdown, what basket they made, what quarter it was, what inning it was. I'm watching all the games.
Showing up. Yes. 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 Showing up. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So it was nice talking to you. I'm glad you
Likewise,
came in.
likewise, likewise. Yes, it was. And everyone, stay positive out here. It's not easy. It's not easy. But again, don't allow anyone to take you up off of your square. Because right now is a time for you to stand up and handle your business out here. Really handle your business.
Really, they ain't even got to stand up. Go sit down at home, cross your legs, and just watch the and watch this motherfucker fall. The less
Oh
motherfuckers
yes,
out there
it's
participating in
happening.
they reindeer games, the less mother take your
Yep,
ball and go home.
exactly,
That's it.
exactly. Yep, yep. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Peace.
Okay. Peace, sweetie. Uh, it's just something about something when you spitting a little something to make. Hey,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where you calling from?
I am right outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Not quite in Cleveland though.
Oh, you down the street.
Yeah, kinda.
Like 3 hours from you. Some shit
That's
like that.
crazy. Yeah, we're pretty close to Michigan.
Yeah. Hey, I mentioned Ohio, the Buckeye State this morning. And when
Did
you
you?
said, look, when you said you was in Cleveland, the person I was talking to threw 3 crowns and 3 earths and 3 kings walking. You can't make this shit up. This is the turnaround on the morning flip to the knockback on the evening. We zigzagging across the land, chiefing with the chief. So what's on your mind, sweetie?
I'm sorry, what was it?
I said, so what's on your mind?
Um, Nothing much. I just want to come in and say hi. I'm pretty shy, so I don't really comment or talk or anything, but I'm a huge fan of what you do, so I just wanted to give you your flowers.
Okay, I'll take all the flowers. Can you leave the roots on mine? I like to transplant them because I don't like mine to die.
Ooh, you're breaking up real bad. I can't understand what you're saying.
About my flowers. I said, can you leave the roots on so I can plant them?
Of course, of course. I don't see the point of giving people flowers that are just gonna die in a few weeks. I'm gonna leave
Okay,
the roots.
sweetie. It was nice talking to you. I'm glad you came to say hi to me.
It was nice speaking with you too.
Oh, now she's starting to. So we're gonna go to the next caller. I think my man is a breatharian. That means he can damn near walk on motherfucking air for real. Them motherfuckers some badasses. What's up, God?
Something to do on the speaker. Okay. We're gonna catch it this way. I'm
Oh
actually
yeah,
on my way to my car right now. I'm on this little channel. I don't know. I don't even know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
All right, peace, God body. First of all, I want to thank you for doing the work. I want to
So,
thank you for coming back. I want to thank you for just everything that you've been doing on a cosmic scale, because this is a cosmic move. If
yeah,
you laying the foundation right now, so we can start to do the real work. A lot of people think this the finish line. We just getting started. This ain't even it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, first and foremost.
appreciate it. Where you calling from, bro?
I'm actually in Kuwait.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on a government contract. I'm overseas.
For sure, for sure.
So first and foremost, I'm trying to get back to the land, trying to get my family back to the land. That's first and foremost. You know,
Before you do that, you need to ask Big Mama why she got you in Kuwait, because she might got some work for you to do that you don't know about. You ain't there by accident.
yeah. This is actually my third time out here.
3 times a charm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, going
Yeah.
to the quiet place. Don't, I don't know if you can get some herbs over there, but go somewhere quiet. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Look at the
Mhm.
sky and just connect with Big Mama and say, Big Mama, what you need me over here for? If you don't need me
You
over
know
here,
what?
if you don't need me over here, you need to send me where you need me, and shit just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just the way she gonna tell you, okay, I need you to do this, boom, and put you in the position that now, if she needs you at home, you're gonna be at home. But you got to clear that heart
Facts.
space
Facts.
to make that connection, and it's all internal.
Yep. 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 Because the heart, that's the cosmic mind right there. That's what your heart comprehend, which your mind can't even process.
Right.
Man. Okay. That's one big that's been heavy on me. So that's one big piece right there.
Yeah, she might have you there
Um,
for a reason. See, you can anything that weigh
yeah.
heavy on you, that's a message. The message is this: if something weighing heavy on you, stop and
Mhm.
find out why. It's for a reason. Either laying heavy on you because you overstressing about being where you don't understand why you there yet. That's a stressor. So it's supposed to
Mm.
feel heavy. Stress is a heavy, dense emotional expression. It's an agitation, and it's supposed to feel heavy and make you uncomfortable in order for you to look for a solution to it.
You're
Right?
right. You're right.
So
That's
you could,
confirmation because low key, I just don't want to be over here.
yeah,
That's really a big part of it.
yeah. Well, because
But I got to get out of where
you
I want to be and actually do the work and be a servant.
right, but you could be being a servant wherever you at. Because when the time comes, you're gonna be in the exact right spot she needs you in to be the most you can be. Just like me. I don't like social media, but I have to be on here to get the message to the grassroots about the struggle.
Hmm.
She got me on here. I
Exactly.
don't. It's 104 people watching this right now. You know how many
Hmm.
churches don't got 100 people in them?
Hey, I seen them.
You know what I'm saying? So we reach.
Yeah.
It's a greater outreach than it appears. Now, one of the
Yeah.
people that's watching is going to take this same video and post it on YouTube and reach another 1,000 people in 24 hours. That's 1,100 people in 24 hours. The average church don't talk to that many people in 24 hours.
Mhm.
The average
Facts.
politician don't talk to that many people unless they campaign.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, so we getting the word out. The
Yeah,
revolution won't be televised. That motherfucker playing the fuck out on social media in real time.
but right now,
hmm
right now.
They got a whole fucking gorilla rattling their cage from a goddamn basement in a little city in Michigan. They didn't realize that Michigan was the right hand of Mother Earth. And they said that the sun came and proceeded forth from the right hand to smite their ass.
Yep,
And so, well, here we go. They don't
exactly.
like it. And guess what? I don't give a fuck.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've been following you
Hey,
for a couple minutes. I know you want all the smoke, the fire, the ember, all that. Big Mama be having to calm you down. But
hey,
I
look.
be like, I feel it, man. We just gonna fuck it all up. Like, no, 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 no. It's a process, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, everything is in alignment. When I talk to people, people don't understand like how big it is and just how much support and how many people. Everybody think that it's segments and are isolated because we're being programmed by the algorithm. So like when I talk to people in real life, they be like, well, I don't see it. It's like, because you're not looking for it. If you look for it, you'll start to see it. And that's
Mhm.
how we flip this algorithm is even with conversations like this right now, we programming this shit because we are the intelligence. This is a mirror of us, not the
Mhm.
other way around. And a
Yep.
lot of times we get caught up in all this little shit. This, first of all, this ancient tech, this old shit, we passed this anyway. All
Look.
this right here, we playing an old Monopoly game. This shit dusty as hell.
That's why it's so easy for us. But we didn't realize what it was at first. We didn't know they was using our internet. They hijacked the internet with a couple of hackers, and we didn't know that the internet was hijacked. Soon as they called in the motherfucking the dude that come with the spamware, he said, "Oh, your internet compromised. It's right here. These niggas with these
Yep.
fezzes on, running around pretending to be some feather wearing motherfuckers, but you ain't gonna catch their ass in no feathers and no moccasins, because they gonna come on this bitch with some brutinis and a goddamn motherfucking Quaker hat."
Exactly.
You know? So then they
Exactly.
looking at me talking about, how the fuck you see all that? It's right here. It's in the
Yeah, how you don't
streamer.
see it? What you
It's in the
mean?
streamer. Here, let me show you. Here, let me pull this up.
Yeah.
1492, Columbus came over here and he said he discovered something. How the fuck you discover when it's it's millions of motherfuckers over here? We having Mardi Gras when the nigga pull up.
Like, come on now.
And who is this nigga with his
Who
fake
man is
name? Christopher Cologne. You know? And he telling motherfuckers, now he Columbo. That's just because
Mhm.
they was telling you he was an investigator.
Yeah.
He wasn't even the power in the ship. The power was in the navigator, Peter the Black. Black ass motherfucker. Look like us, but they ain't us.
Not at all. Not at all.
They don't move
Not at
like we
all.
move. They don't love like we love. I
No.
put all them niggas in the headlock for my people. They ain't gonna do that for their people. They gonna abandon everybody in order to try to pretend to be one of us. And we gonna be looking
Exactly.
at that nigga talking about, nigga, you think we don't know who you is?
But you gonna feel the vibe though. You feel the
Yeah,
vibe. I be telling
yeah,
them like, bro, don't get caught up in all this, man. Don't
yeah,
get caught
that's
up in
it.
all this. Sometimes I stress something and be like, yeah, but that's a white man. It's like, bro, first of all, he not really white. So get that out your vocabulary.
Yeah,
Second of all, listen and feel it. You know what I'm saying? That intuition, man, you gotta look at it from a higher perspective. For
mm-hmm.
real. But yeah, this lit right here. This is it. But something else that's been real heavy on me. So let me think. So that little juice, that little juice that they wanted everybody to take, the little serum,
Yep.
I took some of the juice. Okay. Not proud of it, but I did it. Right.
Did you get sick within
So
72 hours?
I did.
Okay, so they gave you an active virus, but if you're not still sick, then they didn't give you the AI. They just gave you a virus. They
Okay.
probably gave
Yeah.
you that. They probably gave you some snake venom. The ones
Okay.
who don't get sick within 72 hours got saline.
You know
Everybody,
what? I've actually said
everybody
that. I'm
don't get
like,
the
it's not
same
all.
thing.
Yeah, they ain't got the money for all that. Like, stop it, man. They
Look,
they don't have nearly as much power as we think. But my whole thing
it's
is
a
like,
it's
some,
it's
go
it's
ahead.
a triple blind study,
Okay.
right? It's a triple blind study using multiple manufacturers.
Yeah. Yeah.
A triple blind study means they don't know who got what,
Mm-hmm.
right? You got 3 control groups, and they
Mm-hmm.
all in the blind.
Mm-hmm.
One group is only getting saline.
Mm-hmm.
Another group is getting something else, and then another group is getting some kind of nanotech,
Right. Right.
right? So in the triple blind study, they saying they don't know who getting what, but they know who they giving it to because your medical records have to show what vial was used in order for them to reap the data from the triple blind
Right.
study,
Right. Right.
right? So they can pull your file, cross-reference your batch number, and tell you whether you got placebo, which is control group A, whether you got this chemical, which is control group B, or whether you
Mm-hmm.
got C, the nanotech group.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They know who got what. They know who gonna
Okay.
croak, because they know who they giving the hot shit to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Some of them they giving it to them because they supposed to know who the fuck they is, and that shit not supposed to even enter it. So that, oh nigga, you want to come over here and play in this game? Murder.
Yeah.
Get this nigga the hottest shit you got, right? Because he ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
He shouldn't have never walked through these doors talking about, I'm in. Get rid of that motherfucking spineless ass nigga right now. So they murdering them. It's certain ones
Right.
that they know, like if I went down there for that shit, they gonna give me the hottest shit they got.
Yeah. Yeah. They go.
They gonna give me some shit so hot I might take 3 steps and drop. I already know.
They gonna try
Motherfucker,
to.
I'm not going in there fucking with you motherfuckers on y'all motherfucking testing and motherfucking Tuskegee experiments and shit. I don't want no parts of that shit. Why would I participate in that
Yeah.
shit and I can clearly see through what it is? I don't want no parts of it. But if I do
Yeah.
decide to go down there, they waiting on my ass. They probably got a motherfucker, hypodermic motherfucking needle big as a 12 gauge.
Look, they gonna
Load
say,
this
hey,
nigga
take him to
up.
the back. We gonna say we got, hey, here's in the back.
Yeah, so they know who got what.
hmm
They know who they can cure and who they can't.
Mm. And that's what I wanted to get at, because I know that, first of all, like, this ancient cosmic tech right here, even though like we ain't been taking the best care of it, we can recover from anything. So like a lot of people be paranoid about it, but it's like, yo, like, part of it is the fear that you give to it, you empower in any situation, first and foremost. And second of all, it's like, okay, like, it's gotta be some kind of treatment to the ailment. It's always a way to bring the body back into homeostasis, to get the
Well,
metals out of you and all that. I'm like, I
I've
know
been
it's always a way for, like,
I've been had a couple of naturopaths that sent me information where they was getting control group B and control group C. They was having success with it, but some of them is more difficult than others because the general health of the individual is subpar already. So when they start trying to heal them from that, the healing crisis is strangling them the rest of the way out. Right.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's the case of the motherfucking cure being worse than the disease.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if your temple already corrupted, you know what I'm saying? If you got a weak temple, it's not gonna take much to knock it down. But if you sturdy and you upright and you good, yeah, you can knock it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You might shift a pillow or something, but you knock it back and it's good to go. So
Mm.
like, when folks be like, oh, you can't do this, you can like, no, I ain't hearing none of that. First and foremost, you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do. All right, you don't know who you're talking to. Second of all, like all that energy, you can't do it. I can do it, and I'm gonna figure out a way. And I think that's part of my assignment because that always, even from the beginning, I'm like, that don't sit right with me. Yeah, because of the situation I was in, I wound up doing it. I didn't want to do it, but I was like, currently, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get over it later. And that's what I felt, in my heart. And I was like, man, I'm not scared of this. I know they're gonna give you the vaccine. I know what it is. Trust me, I feel it. But it's like I'm not scared of it though. I'm not gonna be sitting here like, completely like spooked out by it. If I
I'm
can
gonna tell you,
avoid it for sure, but I'm not gonna shape my entire reality around ducking and dodging this. No, I ain't moving like that. I ain't moving like that.
hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't scared of a 17-year-old with a 12 gauge in the middle of the hood at 3 a.m. But you know what? I'd be a damn fool to press my luck.
Hey, hey, that's facts. You're right.
Now, just because I ain't scared don't mean I gotta test this gangster.
That's true. That's true.
Cause me not being scared might make me go from being motherfucking horizontal to motherfucking perpendicular.
Yeah.
From standing up to laying down.
Yeah.
Right? So just because I'm not scared of them don't mean I should poke a mean dog with a sharp stick.
That's true. That's true. Somebody said I took the money. Man, look, all right. So for clarity,
that's just the wise talking. Like I done been in the underbellies of some dark places at some horrible times and walked through unscathed because of the lessons my mama taught me. She said, you give everybody their respect and don't be nobody's goddamn fool.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So a person might think they're getting over on me, but they don't know that I got a limit to how much I'm going to take before I motherfucking cut you off. I'm only going to give you what the fuck I'm going to give you. You can't get nothing out of me I don't want you to have.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I want you to have it, if it's not meant for you, I'm not giving it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Facts.
So
Facts.
that goes to you leave me holding something that belonged to you, and then you go somewhere and ain't nobody heard from you, and your brother comes talking about, hey man, ain't nobody heard from my brother, man. I need that what he gave you. No, ain't what he told me.
Yeah.
That ain't what he told me. He said, wait till I hear from him. So this motherfucker gonna sit here, it's gonna either grow hair and rot, or this motherfucker gonna call me and tell me what to do with it. In the meantime, I appreciate you being concerned about your brother's business, but his shit gonna be right here where he left it until he get back. Ain't my shit. I can't give you somebody else shit. That's why we in this fuckery we in now. Somebody masqueraded as us, created $5 Indians and made contracts like they was us. Motherfucker, you
they
ain't
brought the
giving us
Asians
shit
over
away.
here. I'm like, bro, just look at them. Look at them. Why do all of us say we got Indian in our family? How we all got Indian in our family?
We ain't got Indian in our family, nigga. We is
for
the
2
Indians.
seconds.
We is the Indians.
It's all right there.
Good. Even the Indian is a misnomer. They
you.
created the name Indian in order to establish an alternate identity to point to us to be.
Exactly.
We ain't call ourselves none of this shit they call us. We wasn't Cherokee. We was motherfucking Gullahs and Gitchis. Right? So when they came with their system, we just rebranded the names with some new shit that could express the nature of our clan so that we can reform once again like motherfucking Transformers. Here I am over here. This is my flag. This is what we rolling with now. Oh yeah, there go the chief right there, nigga. Let's line up.
That's it. That's it.
Everybody know who they motherfucking natural born leader is by organic nature. You don't need no motherfucker to do no elections. God told you in your heart of hearts who the leader was. But you want to go and take a survey thinking you voting.
Mm-hmm.
And they just trying to see how many of you motherfuckers falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
That's it. That's it.
These motherfuckers something else.
They had to do a lot of work, and look, we right back at it. They did all that. But we volunteered for it, though. It was part of the journey.
Yeah, well, you know, they didn't think that we was made out of the shit we was made out of, so we had to prove to them that we was exactly who the fuck we said we was. Just because we didn't believe in wearing gold and diamonds on our motherfucking head, and we chose to wear feathers and war paint, nigga, that don't mean we soft, bitch. You got us twisted.
Yeah.
Because we like to dance and motherfucking drink and motherfucking smoke weed all night, that don't mean we won't dig in your motherfucking ass when you get out of line. What you think the drunken man is all about?
Exactly.
I can whip your ass sober, I can whip your ass drunk. It really don't matter to me. It just depends on how bad you want your ass whooped.
Right. Which way you want
Better
it.
catch me when you're sober unless you want a real serious ass whooping. You dig? Look,
All right.
these motherfuckers appointed us positions. They just gave us, okay, we gonna be the L's, y'all gonna be the bays, and we gonna see how many bays can take how many L's feathers and how many L's can take how many bays feathers. Nigga, we see through that. Yep. We don't use flags, we use totem poles. That's why you ain't talking about our flag. We ain't never had no flags over here. Them bitch made motherfuckers came.
Exactly.
We didn't need flags. We had totem poles. Everybody know. You want to know what clans is running the land? Go down to the town square and look at the totem pole. Oh yeah, this is Gullah, Geechee, the motherfucking Choctaw, Ojibwe, Oshkosh. They all here in this one. So let's go. If you know who there.
It's right there.
Well, yeah, somebody said they immediately knew. They knew they was outnumbered, but they thought that they were smarter than us. This is their philosophy. We make crowns with gold and diamonds. Y'all make crowns with feathers. We smarter than you motherfuckers. We got
say so.
And that's why they always make fun of us country boys, right? Because they say we talk country. They assume that they smarter than us because we talk. Big Mama got a boy for every one of you smart motherfuckers, you tough motherfuckers, and you bad motherfuckers. She got a baby boy for every one of you bitch made niggas. Bring whoever you want to bring. You can bring Enlil, Jennison, Marduk. It don't even matter. You can bring Lucifer, Satan. It don't matter. When Big Mama say get your ass, she got a motherfucking one of her boys designed specifically to whoop your ass, tailor-made to this kicking.
Tailor-made. This is a special delivery ass whooping just for you.
And it don't feel no type of way about doing it. It's not personal. It's just Big Mama business.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. But it's good talking to you, bro. I'm going to take another one of these calls in because I don't know how much longer I got on here.
For sure. I appreciate you, fam. Stay up.
All right. You too.
All right.
Hey.
Hey. You called me while I was talking to my brother. I'm so sorry. Okay. Right.
What's going on?
You called me. I was about to go to bed, and I was like, "Oh shit, he going live." I had to come on my other account because I don't want, they'd be funny. You had to make a whole another one. This is just crazy. This is craziness. I was really glad you was talking to the brother. I wanted to just say real quick, I hope he's still watching because a lot of people in a lot of positions in a system is needed. and we learning to a T, like they have said we were supposed to learn how to run a government. So a lot of us are in those positions right now to be able to learn to a T what we've been doing there, have transferable skills, learn how to implement it into the system that we're going into. So I hope that that brother obviously goes and continues on his journey, but I think you was spot on saying, you know, he's there for a reason. But I was getting, and I wanted to say thank you a lot too for our last video. And you told me some shit that I had to go and, you know, I still need physical confirmation. I don't know when I'm gonna get over that, but I got my physical confirmation because then I got a video of yours that came in where you was talking about the queen. And you was talking about how the queen about to die. She got a little bit of time more left in this video, letting everybody else know this video. You recorded this video like probably 2018. I don't know. It was just uploaded, but it was a minute ago. I know that. And he was like, you know, the queen about to die. She gonna hang on a little bit longer because she gonna suffer, but she's out of here. And then you was talking about the Pope and how he and drag or whatever the case may be. So I was like, oh, all right, this is so what he told me. All right, cool. Then I seen a video, and I never watched you as archives of on YouTube, but a video came to me, and they was talking about Raven Rock. This man, I guess, had wrote a book about Raven Rock. I forget his name, but I did like take notes about what he was talking about because I said I'm gonna just go back and get his name in the book later. So he was talking about how Raven Rock. First of all, I did not know it was was more than those three locations, but the three prime locations, one in Berryville, Virginia, one in Pennsylvania, and then the other one you're talking about is the NORAD facility, which is in Colorado. I also did not know that these facilities are like fully staffed, fully functional, full like huge, like with full hospitals, full eateries in them, trains, like all of this. So this is not just like some hollowed out little cave, like little bunker. You know what I mean? This is like a fully operational city up underneath ground, basically. So it reminded me of when I was in Colorado, and I was like, wait a minute. And so I looked up where the hotel was and where the Cheyenne Mountains was. That was funny. But yeah, it also talked about how the Cold War wasn't really a war. It was really just like a freeze on our minds, basically. So I must bring up little stuff, but I'm asking you because I also was reading up on Sekhmet, and one of the stories about Sekhmet was that she was almost out of here. They brought her back to save humanity, and she was almost out of here, and Thoth had to convince her to stay. And that's what solidified you. And so I'm going to stay because I was about to go find an island, pack my shit, and get a fruit stand and put a hat on my head and just live on the beach. But I get it. I get it. So this Cold War that they was talking about when they was freezing our minds, they said that they was just gassing us up to do like this nuclear war strategy, and see how people, I guess, reacted to it. So is that basically what the Cold War was? It was not a physical war?
The Cold War was designed to keep as many people in a perpetual state of fear as possible. The energy of the fear is what keeps the people in the stupor, right? So this is why you look at the torsion field of fear versus love, because you'll understand how it keeps you constricted versus the love energy. It helps you to expand. They don't want you to expand because when three or more sisters is gathered together, the power of divine creator is in the midst. They don't want y'all to know that shit. They don't want y'all to know that when you take a girl that haven't reached puberty, a girl that's in the prime of life, and an elderly woman, put them palm to palm, y'all can literally tell the earth where to move at. Right? And y'all agreeing across age barriers And that shit powerful. They don't want y'all to know where the power at, because if they keep the power turned off, they keep everybody in the dark. We trying to illuminate minds, so I'm gonna tell you how to turn the power on every fucking chance I get. See, everybody else trying to get the power. I don't want the power. I want the power turned on.
Turned on for
If you
everybody.
put if you put the system the way it was designed, you don't have the problems we have. Remember, we didn't have a need for prisons before these motherfuckers came. Why we need them now? What happened? They had dungeons in Europe. We didn't have dungeons over here.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring that shit over here, but if nobody's looking at the prisons, those was our castles.
Mm-hmm.
They makeshift and converted them into prisons. Because that's going to make the energy of the chief gravitate to whatever it take to get to the castle. That's what I got to do. So now he on a death mission to get to the big house. And don't even understand what's taking place, because he don't know that the system is being hijacked. So his moves is miscalculated steps that's causing him to stumble and fall in the dark. Turn the lights on. Put the sisters back in power, not because you think a woman is so much better than a man, but this her shit. And she know how her shit work. I can't tell you how your vagina work. What the fuck I look like? I got testicles.
And just like I can't tell you how your testicles work, and it ain't never gonna be like that.
So
Facts.
I can tell you what I learned from other sisters on the maintenance of the yoni, but as far as harnessing the power, it's a personal experience between you and Creator. When the portal is in alignment with a good heart and clean thoughts, that motherfucker becomes a powerhouse of production. The children are not born retarded. They taught to be retarded by the system.
By the system, right?
Because that you, even if you put out a Down syndrome, you got Down syndrome kids outperforming perfectly normal motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
How is this possible? A perfectly normal motherfucker is a lazy, entitled, self-absorbed, egotistical motherfucking asshole. They want somebody to always give them something, and they don't want to work for what the fuck they want. That's why motherfuckers can't get out of these conditions, because they contingent on you doing your motherfucking due diligence and becoming the best person you can. If you do your due diligence, shit gonna line up to smooth out your path. But if you sitting there trying to tear everybody else down, looking for motherfuckers that you can, everybody fought but yours for your life, you gotta taking your life in your own hands sometimes cause you to have to tell a motherfucker outright, these motherfuckers did the dirt, we suffering for it. I can't fix my shit because these motherfuckers keep putting traps in our way. Hey, stop this fucking game. This shit ain't fair. It's slanted, one-sided, and they cheat. Right? So nobody don't want to listen. So, okay, well, since they want to cheat, I'm going to tell everybody the rules of the game that they missing where they could trip they shit up. Now they mad at me.
They mad as hell at you, Ryan. You got Brother Rick locked out here. You
Look,
they gunning for you.
hey, my baby girl, Black Girl Magic, she say, why y'all mad?
What y'all mad for?
Why y'all mad? When y'all was doing the dirt, y'all was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But now we caught y'all with our hand in the cookie jar and slam that bitch on your fingers, and now you want to act like we did something wrong.
Right.
Why you mad?
So they also was talking about FEMA, right? And so the book the guy wrote was basically about their plans that they were coming up with during the Cold War to, in case the White House was ever out of like commission, when like, but they only talked about it not being in commission as far as for the actual people or the operation of the White House not being functional. But they didn't really go into all of the reasons or the causes that could make that happen. So they brought up how, you know, the government, the Congress and stuff like that wouldn't, you know, if a nuclear, this is, they're talking about nuclear war, like in case something, like a nuclear attack
Okay,
happens.
so now let me tell you the CIA, MI5, Mossad, KGB code for nuclear war.
Mm,
The nuclear fission or fission, where it expands to critical mass,
okay.
is
This
a
is
weapon
what they were talking about,
all that time.
using that word the whole time. Wow. Wow.
So when they was organizing FEMA, they knew that their system it ran its course, and it's just a matter of time before a chief rise up and say, "Hey, motherfucker, I don't wear no feathers. I wear feathers. Get the fuck off my land." Right? And then he gonna have to show who he is by identifying the rest of the chiefs on the land that's indisposed that could have done something about it, but the people slept on their job. We want a motherfucking leader, but we don't want to get a leader's support that he need in order to be an effective leader. Right? So since we were so highly educated, they educated us into total ignorance. Carter G. Woodson, Miseducation of a Negro. Right? If you teach the Negro to use the back door and there is no back door, he will make one in order to comply with his conditioning. Right? So now we got to go from miseducation to education. Right? And then we have to learn what power is. Blueprint for Black Power, Amos Ian Wilson. Right? The psychological development of the Black child. Awakening the natural genius of the Black child. All that's Amos Ian Wilson. Right? When you understand the psychological mind game at play, then you can identify the psychopathic racial personality, Bobby E. Wright. Right? And then you will know why it's a war on Black boys, Haki Madhubuti. Right? And then you will know how to re-establish the educational network, Nathan and Julia Hare, on the psychological makeup of your child. Right? And then you understand the setbacks. Right? So the elders said they stole it, you must return it. Well, I had to go find it. So I had to go through the destruction of a Black civilization, Chancellor Williams, in order to understand that there's something ain't right. So then I had to find out who in the fuck is these Black Jews? Dr. Ben. Right? Who can't understand why they worshiping everything, but they know that the Black woman is God. Right? And if Big Mama running this bitch, then sooner or later, one of her boys gonna put all of this shit together. They're gonna tell you exactly what's wrong with the educational system and the No Child Left Behind upgrades to the psychological brainwashing. And then they're gonna refer you to Charlotte Isertby, who was the director of No Child Left Behind in the Department of Education. And she's gonna break it down, what she did and what they was doing and how she was trying to counter it and how they chopped her off at the knees every time she tried to restructure the education in order to educate children. Then you got to stop at that point and say, what the fuck is going on? Because it's an attack on the children. Why would you attack the children? Because you're attacking the future. So what sense does it make to attack the future and it haven't got here yet? Because if you can control the future and the present, then you can control the outcome. Miseducate the children now, and then you destroy the future in the future. The remedy is properly educate the children now, and you build the proper future. Put the power where the power go, the machine run the way the machine supposed to go. Anybody that know basic electronics know that if you put the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive, that shit gonna cause a reaction. It's not gonna cause power, right? So all of this shit being condensed, going back to before the Mayflower, Lerone Bennett. Then we understand how a motherfucker get forced into power, Lerone Bennett. And when you understand how he forced into power, then you can understand the fictitious nature of an Emancipation Proclamation, because it only means somebody said something. That's all it means.
Do you know, I remember so going through my life book, just trying to figure. I remember my school play when I was in the 3rd grade, and I had to stand on stage and say, the Emancipation Proclamation freed many slaves. And I said, this whole time, niggas been using us to cast spells. Get the fuck out of here. And y'all just took that shit and ran with that shit. They've been, and I will say that the people that we put into a system, right? Because we had to get friendly white faces. Those people, along with they people, have really been going at it this whole time. And they've been picking and choosing and looking out for people. So I thought that the system, because of what the people was doing for me, I thought that they do that for everybody, until I went back in as a teacher and realized, whoa, they actually don't do this for everybody. And they break it down, you know what I mean? And they use, just like how they teach us, a 12-step. By the 12th step, by not even a 12th step, they know by like the 6th step for sure where you going, whether you going to jail, whether you going to college, or whether you going to work for somebody. We know it to a T. And seeing that shit play out, that shit just turned my whole world upside down.
And look, I was in elementary. They were saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And I was sitting there looking at these motherfuckers saying, my teacher, stop. Young man, why aren't you saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I was like, that flag not gonna do nothing for me. She said, I need you to come sit over here. Put me on the outside of the classroom in the chair till they got done saying the Pledge of Allegiance. That didn't make sense to me as a child. Like, why in the fuck am I playing? My number one ally is a fucking flag? Why I can't pledge allegiance to this motherfucker standing to the right and to the left of me? These the motherfuckers I'm gonna need first before I need that goddamn flag. What I'm gonna do? Use that motherfucker for a blanket when it get cold? The fuck I'm gonna do with it? Use that motherfucker to make a motherfucking cute? Some motherfucking pajamas or something? We don't use flags over here. I can't understand the life of me what this flag shit is as a child, because I never knew that I wasn't a motherfucking organic motherfucker to the land. So when they talk about pledging allegiance to flags and all this, I'm like, what the fuck wrong with you people? In elementary school. And then I got in trouble. They told my mama. My mama didn't get on my case like I thought she was, because they don't play about education, right? They didn't know we was being miseducated. But when I got home, she took me to the side and she said, baby, just don't let them know what you're thinking. And you can make it a whole lot further. I said, don't let them know what I'm thinking. So I ain't saying that. Right. So I went to school the next day. They were saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And I was back there going. Because I wanted it to look like my mouth was moving Well, I
But
wasn't saying shit. Man,
right.
come all ye faithful. And I'm looking at these motherfuckers joyful and triumphant. And they singing.